What's going on, guys? Great to see you. It is Wednesday, my dudes. Anybody reason that? Anyway, my mouth is not connected to my brain, apparently. Good to see How to Be God and everyone else who's coming on later. Good to see you guys as well. Thank you for supporting me. We are going to be cracking along with the Space Marine Sergeant that we've been really getting quite a good progress on for a few streams now. So I did a couple of things in my own time on this guy. Without further ado, let's go check it out. My hopefully, I was hoping this wasn't going to be upside down or in any weird position, so it's good that he's just nice and upright for you guys. That's how he's looking. Let's do it that way. At this point, he's pretty well fucking on the best part of getting done. Cypher25, good to see you, buddy. So things to do. I want to get onto the back of his head. See how that's also still silver in there. I want the base of that to be blue. That Space Marine blue. So before I forget, I'm going to base coat that in the Cantor blue, a very watered down Cantor blue, and give that some love. How have you been, Cypher25? Have you been good, my friend? How is family? Hope family is good. So I did a fair bit of the Ultramarine armor color during the during my own time during the week, and it came up really nice. Not having to rush and trying to break concentration on things, which is not the stream's fault at all. It's just my fault for trying to multitask too much whilst I'm doing it. I'm really happy with how the skin came out, considering I haven't done skin in the longest time. Really happy, because I thought it was just going to look like a fucking blob, but I managed to nail it first attempt, so I'm just not going to touch it. Hopefully it doesn't look trash at the end. Gotta watch this stand. I keep kneeing this stand when I'm fucking painting and doing other stuff. The tripod. Sorry, I keep saying stand. I went to buy this tripod, and the guy at the camera shop was like, I said, I'm looking for a camera stand. He goes, you're looking for a tripod? And I was like, yes, a tripod that you stand a camera on? Why? I don't do that to people when I'm working, you know. Obviously, I don't give a fuck about camera and their lingo. But just to sit there and be like, you mean a tripod? This guy doesn't know what a tripod is. Fuck you. I know what a tripod is. I just said camera stand. Because he was like, camera stand? Like, you know, you want to sell cameras? Fucking good. It pissed me off. It's unnecessary. We're just being jerks as usual. So, what I've just done is the back of his head blue on the base. I'm going to try and really get it right up on the base of that skin tone there as well, where it meets the edge. There's a high probability I'll fuck this up. Ooh. I've gotten away with it so far. Maybe...
Summertime, the perfect season to gather
This
with
goes all the
family
way
and
around,
friends.
so I need to do a bit more in
But
there.
entertaining means mess, and mess means
Unfortunately.
cleaning. Chucks believes with the right playlist.
2-5, how's family?
every
Answer my
time
question,
feels
bitch.
Less like a chore. So they've teamed up with Britt Cunningham to curate a playlist of feel-good tunes to give you a feel-good
Dude,
clean
you can
this
see this.
summer.
I don't know if you guys can
Find
see
the
this. So
Chucks
there's this
profile
tiny
on
little spot
Spotify
on the
to
side of his
listen
head
now
there.
and clean like no
Can't
one's
really see
watching.
exactly. That's like tan. It's supposed to be just where that bolt
With
is.
Premium, you get to focus on the
And I
music,
want that blue,
explore
not
a
tan.
vast catalogue of millions of songs without hearing ads. Or download your playlists and listen to them anywhere. You can also play your favourite songs in any order with the freedom to
It
skip
is so
forward
small.
and backward as much as you like. Your audio, your control.
That's what she said.
Tap the banner to
How have you got? How have you been, man? How's your week going? Somebody talk to me! I'm not sure if I fucked that up or not. Can't really tell. It's alright for now. Play it as it lies. It's been a rough, but I'll manage. Just been playing games whatever I can. Bro, why didn't you tell me? I would have chilled out with you. I hope it's not seriously bad news. It's just like, it's a rough week. Not just like a fucking rough week. But I'm glad you're here chilling with me, man. It's really good. So I think I may have munted. I think you guys can see it. There's like a little spot on the side there. It's blue now, but down in the crevice there, it's. I think it blended in with the tan, so it may have washed out that the colour of his face a bit. Just an incy bit. So I think I'm just being a little bit anal with it and just chill the fuck out. Now for some fucking Calgar blue, and then it's the driest paint ever known to anyone. We're good, just busy. That's good, 2-5. I'm glad you guys are good. Busy is also good, man. Alright, see if I can't fuck this up. Global policy.
Drug money's used to rig elections and train brutal corporate-sponsored dictators around the world. They're trying to build a prison. 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 For you and me to live in. Another prison system. Another prison system. Another prison system.
Also, my sister wants the twins in daycare more to socialise with other kids now that she can afford daycare, so that means I don't have them on Mondays and Tuesdays, which sucks only because I see them less. It does. Demonic Frag! How are you, buddy? Good to see you. Yeah, no, it sucks, but at the same time, it's really, really good for them. At the same time, prepare your immune system, my dude, because it's about to get a fucking run for its money. As soon as they hit daycare, you are going to get everything, even the plague. Good, better now. Demonic, good now? That's good. Is that because of me? No. How are you, man? What's, why is the, why good now? Dare I ask? But at the same time, I think it's good. You'll be a little bit lonely for a little bit, but at the same time, you'll be like, fuck, I don't remember having so much free time. And then you start going, dang, where did that time go? They're coming back in like 10 minutes. Shit, I haven't done anything today. They already were in daycare on Thursdays and Fridays. I babysat them while she worked. I actually did alright. And I said, oh, that is good. I think you probably told me that, because I said that and I was like, I'm pretty sure he told me that, and now I'm just the biggest fucking jerk for not remembering. But we all know, Phils always forgets. Head injuries are a serious thing. You're not the same. I reckon this character's gonna look pretty fucking neat when he's all shaved up. Phoenix Road! Somebody save me. Yeah, thank you very much for the sub. 37 months in a row. Oh my god, that's a long time. Fucking hell. Thank you so much. Shit, that's almost close to, what's that, 6 years? What's that, 60 months is 5 years. So 60, 75, 72, 70. Shit, dude, you're over fucking 6 years. 6 years and 1 month. Oh my god, dude, have we been on this long? Jesus. Good day, sir. It was very surreal yesterday to take my nephew to Play Center that used to be my old workplace, Blockbuster. Wow, that would have been surreal. But, boom, Blockbuster be dead. Apparently there's one left in the world still. It was independently owned. I also went to a Wendy's. I meant to put that on my Discord, hard to be God. In Wagga there is still a Wendy's. They serve ice cream, they do donuts, they do hot dogs, they do all sorts of weird stuff there that you wouldn't normally get at a Wendy's in Australia. So it's really neat. It's like an American Wendy's, but in Australia. Thank you very much, Vinny Stroud. It's great to have you here, and thank you so much for all that support, mate. Alright. Trying to keep on with the blue before it turns into a blob.
With zero establishment fee when you apply for a Latitude personal
Zero
loan by the 6th of
establishment
March
fee.
2025. Latitude loans can be used for all kinds of things, like a new car, your dream holiday, a much-needed renovation, or simplifying debt. With weekly, fortnightly, or monthly repayment options
Bowl of chili.
available. Apply online in under 7
I
minutes, and if approved,
actually, yeah, pretty sure they were doing chili.
establishment
They were
fee.
doing like
That's
pork
a saving
crackle.
of
They were doing
$395.
like
Establishment fee waived until
not your
6th
token
of
ice cream, but like
March
nice ice
2025.
creams. And like I was looking at him going, oh, I really want ice cream. And I was like, I really want ice cream too, but we can't.
That just pushed
No.
me deeper. If only you used Air Clear Wax
Alright, let's
Remover.
see if I can't fuck this up.
Easy
I know I say that every
and
time I touch this model, but
earwax.
it's pretty much a constant for me.
I'll just hang out here. Or maybe over here. Ear Clear Earwax Remover. Clear your ears with Ear Clear, the experts in ear health. Available at leading pharmacies. Always read the label and follow the directions for use.
Authorised by the Australian Government, Canberra. Would you speed up to someone and tailgate them while walking?
Come on. Come on.
If you wouldn't do it anywhere else,
Come on.
On that,
get on the road,
tailgating people while walking,
change who you are. Save
there's a good point there. If you're ever in a queue and someone's standing right on your heels, essentially, which is tailgating, turn around and face them. People can't cope with that. You just turn around and just... And then they would go like... Ugh, and they move back. I did it to a guy the other day because he was standing on my heels at the line for Donut King. And he just looked at the floor and stood there and didn't move forward the next time the line moved. I didn't say anything either. I just sort of just turned around and just looked at him in the face. I think he got my point. But he was like, you know, they move forward super fucking up your ass. Since COVID, I'm like, back the fuck off. I can smell you. If I can smell you behind me, you are way too fucking close. Just did that blue on the top of his shoulder pad there. Sort of looks alright. Fosters! Pills means deals, kills hills, reels, Neils. I think you, sir, need to some sleeps. Become Australian barking guy. Oh, his poor wife. She was so just like, ugh. That's fucking hilarious. Sorry, slow reply. I had to attend to something. No, you're right, man. I didn't see it. Wendy's nuts are on your face. Ah, yes, slightly. I got my PC back after nearly a week with it in bits. Oh, well, hey, that's good, man. Just imagine 6 years ago you were still melting your insides with the sour sweets. Shit, how old is this channel? Countage? Fuck. 9 years, 9 months, and 27 days. This is almost a 10-year-old account. That is sad. Oh my god. So, when is that 10 years old? Upgraded it with new parts. I potentially could stream now with how powerful my PC is. Good, Demonic. That's really good. What would you stream? 9 years and 18 days. Fucking hell, it seems like that was just when it was, eh? Try it again, Fosters. It's got like a small time delay. So, or like a cooldown. We're slowly getting there. Oh shit. I robbed 2 banks and cooked meth in Payday. Fun. That sounds pretty fucking fun if you're just chilling out and doing it. There's a possibility my brother might be coming down to stay here, which would be fucking epic. I would really, I'd really be looking forward to that, hopefully. Let's see how we go. Oh, wow! Single-use blue. I'm literally just dotting it in the back there. I'm not even taking strokes with the brush. Just did the back of his fucking head. See how it stands out a lot better. Mitch, or Gay Mr. Simon. I robbed 2. Oh, Matt, Mitch. I would probably stream Destiny, Fortnite, and Warhammer 3. Warhammer 3? Destiny 1 or Destiny 2? Because if you stream in Destiny 1, man, we should definitely link up, because that game is semi-retro now, and I fucking racked up some serious time in that game, and wouldn't mind getting back into it. Did lots and lots and lots of raids. But if it's Destiny 2, I'm not interested. Destiny 2 shit. And I will never play it again. Because I played it and wasted too much time on Destiny 2 after grinding Destiny 1 for what felt like half my fucking life. Nope. Destiny 2. Sorry. Mitch. That's funny. My brother Mitch. I'll definitely tell him that. He's like, no, don't. Yeah, Matt'll hopefully be coming down to chill out here for a little bit. Maybe bringing his motorbike, which would be really cool. Then we can go riding once my wrist's better. But we'll see. We don't know. Something in my something about my life experience tells me play all possibilities by ear until they're actually sitting in your living room, and then you can go, yay, they're here. And they can't. Why have you not prepared anything? Because I didn't know what was happening. I don't even know why I'm putting colour there, but I just am. Because if I don't do it, I know what will happen. I'll put the backpack on and it'll just be like perfectly visible from the back. I'll know, and it'll be shit. I never tried Destiny. Fosters, you would love Destiny. It's a big fucking grind, but the community was so fucking nice. It's such a good community. Everyone's always about helping each other. Very few people were nasty to each other. There was always, you know, dickheads, but that's the same in any game, really. But the game itself, the story was just super good. The how beautiful the game itself was. Like Destiny 1, I mean Destiny 2 was still okay, but Destiny 1 just set the margin for just online multiplayer quality gaming. The story got really washed down a lot. That's more, I don't think that was Bungie's fault as much as Activision's. But Destiny 2 was the real example of how to fucking lose players and alienate people, because they just fucking they doubled down on that thing when it first started and just went for went for grind time, and half their player base went back to Destiny 1 on release because it was just trash. Your character progression just was like, there's no point. You know? Ban. How do we got banned? Respectable ignition. At least you can concentrate on your painting and ignore all the hubbub over the Tehran being on sale for 100 million silver. I got mine for free, so I don't care. But I imagine anyone who actually would work hard for their content in that game would be pissed off. Oh yeah. Doesn't look great, but doesn't look shit ass. That's a win. Alright, well we got the blue here, let's just finish off the arm. I enjoyed Destiny 2. Yes, it was an annoyance after Destiny 1, but I love the game since the beginning. Well, you love just Destiny 2 from the beginning. Don't get me wrong, the story was still really good. It's just that they killed it with the grind. When I mean doubled down, they fucking doubled down the grind. Like, Destiny 1 was bad for the grind time, but Destiny 2 was just too much. And it wasn't too much in the way of like, oh, I've got to do a lot of things to get something. It was like, I've got to do the same fucking thing like 400 times. Like, that's just insanity. Why get your players to do that? Why couldn't you just, you know, come up with something a bit better? Nope. Grind it, bitches. Yeah, lost me on that. I had a really good community as well, and they all just walked away as well. Well, by the community I mean a clan. We were in a good group of guys. We did everything. And as soon as D2 came out, everyone just went, yeah. I like hearing my brother playing Destiny through the bedroom wall. He didn't like Destiny 2. Yeah, not many. As I said, a lot of people were very, very undecided as to whether they were going to keep playing after Destiny 2. But that's not to judge your decisions, mate. You can enjoy whatever game you want to enjoy. I have absolutely no judgment of you. Just do what you feel you enjoy and what makes you happy, and fuck all the haters. I don't know if I should be making that blue, but I'm doing it anyway. I may have ever done that blue in there. Made a bit too much blue. I have to do my little trick that I do with the Chaos Black, or the Abaddon Black, whichever you want to call it now. Just wash through that area there. Just underneath his, between his cloak and his pauldron there, it's a bit meh. All that it do is remove APCR rounds and remove pay to win.
What the fuck is this piece of shit?
It's getting there. It's like, here's me holding it out of the way of the fucking camera again. Come on, camera. There we go. Remember how this guy looked the other day? How fucking trash he was? They're working! Yeah. I don't know what I did, but I definitely did nothing, and they're now working. I think we put some colour on these little hoses here. Don't know what colour we'll do them, unless we just do them jet black and put like a grey over them. There you go, Sync. There's a job to exterminate. Alright, let's do his foot. There's you with foot fetish, and now's the time to tune in. We are doing the feet. May the force be with you. Okay. You can be max light level in 3 days if you're lucky with them rolls, but otherwise about a week and you might be max light. Dude, I played Destiny and it took me, even though I was doing like max raids every week, about 9 months to get good rolls on any of my armor. And then once I finally got good rolls on armor, they moved up to the next season and everything was redundant, and I was like, this is a constant fuck you to me, eh? And I never got some of the raid guns. They just never dropped for me. The Praetorian Foil eventually dropped for me after it was just like a season 1 gun, and after that it was just like completely powerless. Painting very confined spaces is shit. Pulled it off though. 7.0. Have you seen the Family Guy cutaway where Luke embarrasses the guy with shooting swamp rats and they walk away and argue? That would be a good redemption for randomness. No, I haven't. Can you put a YouTube link in for that? I probably have, but I don't recall. I thought I saw all of the Star Wars stuff from Family Guy. Because you know me, I'm a mad Star Wars nut. Original Star Wars nut. Not Disney Star Wars nut. She's paint will stop drying out so fucking quick. Ultramarine Blue always has been absolutely terrible for drying fast, so... think we're pretty close to having all this stuff done. I'm gonna go in for the neck. Wish me luck. Hey, Rob Zombie. Yeah. This is a really like holding breath moment because I've got to paint right next to this cloak line. This will forever be the song that was playing in the nightclub in Matrix. Regular. You're in Discord. Here, man. Anyway, they're working. I reckon I reminded they're fixing the pod racer. Yeah. It's working! It's working! Yeah. That poor kid had the shittest life after Star Wars. Oh, Annie. Yeah. Tormented. 11 years. Ding, ding, ding. We have a winner. Let's pause this up and pop this. Don't you fucking ruin this channel by putting something silly up.
Oh, that's perfect, Brian. We have to go down there this weekend and heckle her roundly. I'll humiliate her worse than Luke Skywalker did to that rebel pilot.
The exhaust shaft is only 2 meters wide, so you'll have to use proton torpedoes.
Well, that's impossible, even for a computer.
It's not impossible. I used to bullseye womp rats in my T-16 back home. They're not much bigger than 2 meters.
Hey, can I talk to you privately for a second?
Sure.
That was unnecessary.
What's the problem?
Well, you just kind of called me out in front of everybody back there.
I was just making a point.
I know, but you just kind of sandbagged me in front of everyone we know.
I sandbagged you?
In front of all of our friends. Yeah, you sandbagged me.
I sandbagged you.
You sandbagged me,
well,
yes.
Here I am trying to help you with something that...
You know what? I don't need your kind of help, all right? Have a great assault, jerk.
I do recall. What? I do recall that. It's too long? No, it's not too long. It's fine, man. I don't mind that. It's great. Hey, Pearls, have a great assault. You know what? Have a great assault. Yeah, good luck with that. Fuck you guys. It was a bit of a douchebag thing to say, wasn't it? Now you think about it. And like, well, I used to do this back home. I'm interested to see Phoenix Shroud's account, how old that bad boy is. What next? It's starting to look pretty well rounded now, isn't it? I still don't know what this part here is under here. I'm not sure what that is. So I don't know what colour to do it. 8 years and 13 days. Oh, fuck. I thought it was going to be a lot old. You sandbagged me. You're going to be hearing about that a lot. Sandbagged you. I mean... yeah, sure. Sandbagging to me is like going slower than you can go so that you win. But that's just a different world. I knew a lot of sandbaggers up in Darwin. Alright, let's make these pauldrons look sexy, shall we? Mephiston red. Where's my other red? I think I'm missing a red here. Damn. That's because I moved it with the oranges. Evil Sons. I'm just gonna go straight to Evil Sons from that. That's the orange. Wild Rider red and then orange. That's why. I moved my paints around because the reds are in the orange. My Xbox account is 14 years old. Sick. Might be because I bought an Xbox One in 2005, maybe even 2004. Probably 2004, and that bad boy was shit. I don't think I went online with it, so the online account wouldn't have been until I moved out, which would have been 2005 or 6. So probably 20 years, maybe 19. I reckon my account is the Pill 16 one. Remember, I was contemplating renaming it years ago, and they were just like, "Oh, you'll have to give up the gamertag Pill 16, and you could probably have, you know, Pillsy or something." I'm like, "No, fuck this." Funny enough, we used to actually listen to this song almost every afternoon after work when we were on employment training. We go back to the line. We need a drop counter, eh? I drop these motherfuckers so often. We used to go back to the lines, and the guys there were just like playing this song every fucking day. Thankfully, they only played it once. Alison had a problem where one of the people who she lived with would play the same song over and over again, which I would consider to be fucking torture. It's like, she just likes the song. It's like, oh, I like my sanity. Rhomboid Bulk, what's going on, bro? Good to see you in here. Must have been watching Choppermere 8 years ago. Oh, I tried to create a monk class character in Path of Exile 2 named Adrian, but it was already taken. It says 12 years for you. Yay, that's fucking wrong. I think that's probably because it was, what's it called? Xbox Live. I remember the exact day I went live with it. It was... Damn, must have been on 2007 then. Or 8. Must have been 2008. No, it had to be 2009, because that's when I left the army, and it was just before I left the army. While I was recovering from my leg surgery. And they done kicked me out whilst I was in a wheelchair. It was fucking fantastic of them. I'm just painting anywhere. I'm not really following a fucking set routine, which is stupid. So that was the first time I took it online, but that account was created in 2004 when I was in the lines playing Fable 1. That was the game of choice back then. I bought the console just to play Fable 1. So when I posted up to Darwin, there was a guy playing Fable, and I just watched him play the whole storyline. And it was fucking riveting, eh? I loved it. Hey dude. Hey Ricky Tiki Dub. Hey, how you doing, bro? Good to see you in here. I'm waving to you with two of my fingers. I swear I'm not drunk. I'm just stupid. How is your weekend, buddy? Well, your week. How's your week going? I don't even know what day it is. Go me. I'm fucking off the planet A. I don't know why, but this Evil Sun's Red doesn't seem to be picking up much in like the vibrancy. The old what's it called? Blood Red used to be super fucking standouty. It was a rough start to the week, but today is good, so I'll take that win. Good, my dude. It's really good. They kicked you out as opposed to rolling you out? Oh, yeah. I was like, what's the context there? It's like, I was literally talking about my service. Yeah, man. They may as well have kicked me up the arse. It would have probably been the same feeling if they had to kick me up the arse. So when I was discharged, I was given a discharge notice in advance, and I agreed to it with a proviso that if I was recovering from surgery that they would give me extra time, and they were like, yeah, of course, we have to by law. Well, I had my leg cut in half and was recovering from the surgery, and whilst I was in a wheelchair from that, they gave me notice that I was being held what's called in abeyance for my discharge, which means, tough shit cunt, you are going to be discharged. And that document was signed 2 days before my discharge, so I was given notice the Thursday afternoon, and I was discharged on the Monday morning. So, yeah. Hippo! Holy fuck! Hey, buddy! Fucking settle down. Hippo's in the house, guys. How have you been, man? It has been a solid while. A solid while. How's life going, man? Last I heard, you were starting to pick everything back up. And I feel like you were doing really well. I hope that's still the case.
Of driving ANCAP's safest large SUV of 2024. Visit your local dealer to test drive.
Dirty Girl talks about you all the time. I didn't own an Xbox in the 2000 to 2009 years. My cousin did. Had a great memory staying the night and playing Halo 3 custom match, Left 4 Dead, and I think Modern Warfare 2. Modern Warfare 2 was a big one, wasn't it? And World at War and the CODs, Bad Company 1 and 2. They're all good games. Yeah, man, absolutely. Did you hear that a new Fable's in the works? No, I didn't. I wouldn't be surprised though. Like they ran that franchise into the ground years ago. It'd be good to see it come back with a bit of fresh air, you know. The last ones weren't terrible. They just didn't have. I don't know. Fable 1 was just magical. 2009 and 10, man, I spent so much time on Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Oh my god, so much time. But what you remember from doing that, from that time period, I remember doing on Nintendo 64 and PlayStation 1 with my friends at their house, and like watching him play Resident Evil 2 when it first released. And getting vertigo because the graphics was so fucking cutting edge. It's fucking good times. It goes too fast. Fable 3, yeah, the whole buildings side of things and becoming a landlord and then being the king and shit. It was neat, but the whole impending doom thing, it's like, I just felt like a real estate agent. Mind you, I made a fucking lot of money being that guy, but at the same time, it's sort of like, I'm not really in it for this. Yeah, work-wise, everything is good. My work schedule doesn't let me watch the stream, really. I've been recovering mentally the last year after my mum passed. Oh, dude, I'm sorry. That's shit news, but I'm glad that you're recovering from that. No one can ever prepare you for losing your parents. So, hopefully you're doing better. And it definitely changes you, for sure. But yes, my condolences. I hope it was quick, however she went. This is the only really thing you can sort of wish, is it? It's kind of sad seeing your parents get old, isn't it? You're like, fuck, I'm next. Yeah, this got dark quick, didn't it? Trying to get these pauldrons to just really fucking vibrate up. That's not the right word. To just stand out. I'm gonna get this nice, beautiful red onto it. And then gonna hit it with some highlighting, and that's gonna be really pretty. Ooh, hit most of the spots in this. Pretty much. What's the tune playing now? Oh, sorry, man. New ship by Marilyn Manson. Yeah. Sorry. I'm too busy concentrating on painting. I don't play tanks too much anymore, unfortunately. Been playing Fortnite a bit more. I tell ya, it's 5,000% harder than tanks. It's so fast-paced, it's crazy. Yeah, I've stopped playing tanks, most likely indefinitely, and moved on to Space Marine 2, which is fantastic, and actually well-made, well-supported game with really good devs behind it. And passion, you can tell there's passion involved in that game, because the amount of lore that's hidden in Space Marine 2 and just applied to the game is fucking awesome. So it makes it a really good game. That and War Thunder and a couple of things. Blank Germ! Why'd you quit tanks? It just got old, man. Stale is probably another word for it. But it's good to see you, Germ. We were just talking about the old crew from Destiny. Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce you Rogue Blank Germ, one of the three rogues, which was Rogue Husky Nips and Rogue Warshank. The original two, and Rogue Blank Germ joined on with them later on in the piece, but also a legend. You still play War Thunder? I haven't been. I've been focusing on this with all my spare time. I've been really focusing on putting out stuff that it's going to benefit me in the real world. I know that sounds interesting or different, but this is substance, real substance for me. Like, I can pick it up, I can hold it, and I don't lose it when the server goes away. And that's something that's been playing on my mind a lot with a lot of the digital world. So eventually, you know, Destiny 1 will be turned off, and all of that stuff we did will disappear. And, you know, this guy won't. He'll still be here in 20 years. And that sort of, I think finding all this stuff really refreshed the whole, why are you spending so much time online when you could be doing things in the real world? And at this point, it's sort of like, physically I can't do too much, so this is somewhere to start. So tanks, I realized that I was forcing myself to do it instead of just doing it out of passion, like the way I started, and it became a very loathing time. Nothing with my leg. I I had surgery on my wrist, so I had a reconstruction, and on the 11th of next month I've got a reconstruction of my shoulder. So yeah, nothing. The 3,000 hours we put into the game will be gone eventually, and it sucks. That's it. I mean, you know what's really cool, Jerem, is you can still go into Destiny 1 Tracker and look up our stats from all the raids, and just sit there and look at who we raided with and all that sort of stuff. Is this all stemmed from the accident years ago? This was the one from work 3 years ago. So, I think it was August? Almost 3 years ago. August 2020. August 2022. I fell off the back of a ute at work and knocked myself out, and turns out that I was getting wrist pain. I'd actually completely snapped a ligament in my wrist, and I was working for 2 years with a snapped ligament, which is the scapholunate ligament, which is the ligament that holds all of the bones in your wrist together. Wrist injury, yeah, that's it. The high side stack or something else? No, that was years ago. This is basically fell off the back of a ute at work and landed on my head. Went like this and knocked myself out and dislocated my shoulder and snapped a ligament in my wrist. But when I dislocated my shoulder, I mounted the socket. I am great at hurting myself, yeah. So that's why all the memory stuff, I've knocked myself out so many times. There's query as to whether or not I've got post-concussive syndrome, and apparently I have some of the markers for that, so they're watching that very carefully, and I'm not to knock myself out again, because you don't half-ass. No, I don't. Your interest in the new Elder Scrolls being made? You interest in the new... Am I interested in the new Elder Scrolls being made? I haven't actually heard anything about it, so no, until I hear something about it. But do you guys remember Oblivion? If they could make something like Oblivion, oh, time to bubble up everything to keep you safe. So, I wish I had my helmet here from some of the crashes I've had over the years. I always hit my head. Every single time I smash my head. And the helmets I've got to work, one of them from up north, I crashed, and I remember, like, I was down on the ground sliding, and I could just hear the from my head on the ground. I'm like, oh, and I rolled over, and my head must have just been the lowest point, because it was just destroying this helmet. I was like, oh, and I looked up as I turned around, and my ass hit the ripple strip and fractured my fucking butt, which was fantastic. So, motorcycles. Anyway, you have to start spraying Purity Seal on yourself for protection. Just whack some fucking what's it, flex tape on there. That'd be wicked. I'd buy that if they were making Oblivion again. I'd totally buy that. I thought that was going to go in a different direction, but it really didn't. Oblivion sort of just like fizzled out really quick. I reckon this guy's almost good to go for highlighting. What do you guys reckon? You reckon he's just about ready for some highlights? These two things still need to be done though. Just like ugh. Smooth. Thanks, man. I did eyes last stream, Shroud. Like it was. See if I can get the camera to focus on it. It looks like Raiden. They're so small on this. I got my smallest little brush and I just doop on his eye, and it just left one little bit of blue, a little bit of white there, and I'm like, that'll do, pig. That'll do. Alright, let's do some highlighting, shall we? I reckon I'm gonna do... Everyone's gonna be like, blue, do blue. I've been touching everything so much the cape started losing its paint again, which is annoying. Let's just put that aside. I think we just highlight all this once. No eyebrows burn away. Ah, yes. Well, the thing is, if you do eyebrows on these characters, they look really derpy. So I'll show you this guy. Let's just do some eyebrows on this guy. So this guy looks like That Australian actor from fucking, what's it called? Let's do some eyebrows on him, just as an example of what eyebrows look like on these characters. I mean, he's got white hair, so black eyebrows would look stupid. So let's give him some grey eyebrows. This is good practice because I haven't done eyebrows in, well, a long time. They're not hard to do, they just don't look any good. I don't know anyone who actually does them. That looks way too intricate and frustrating to paint. Yeah, they are. They're really, 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 really tiny, but super rewarding when you get them done. Like, look at how small he is. He's the size of my finger. You know? I'm not the Warhammer expert, but isn't there some kind of tool with a handle that grips the base of these models so you don't have to keep touching them around losing paint like you just mentioned? Yes! But that restricts me to painting it how by the base. So I don't know if you've noticed, I don't paint like this. So if it holds it just by the base, and they're very big, they're like this big. You have to hold them in your fist. I like to turn them sideways and paint in little angles. I don't know. I do need to buy one, but they're like $25. So I'm just like, oh wait. The trick used to be to do the eye color as thin line before adding a tiny spot of white either side. I'm finding that eyes have gotten smaller on minis since the old days. Hills, see above. Oh, by the way, myself and Blue bought Armor Reforger. Mods will be coming to PS5 soon, so we'll be able to join the same server and do supply drops for a bigger army. But you'll have to, you'll have my shenanigans soon. Yeah, I did look at that. Blue did try to talk me into Reforger, so I mean, if you're on there, then I sort of had no choice, do I? We definitely have to jump into it. Blue tack and a pencil used to be my work. Used to work for my cousin. Blue tack and a pencil. Oh, I get what you mean. So I did a similar thing the other day when I painted the marine head. I put on this, which is just the sleeve off of a one of the paintbrushes, and I glued the head. I just glued the head onto this and just painted it on this, and then just snapped it off at the end, and it was like fucking no bueno. Worked really, really well. So paintbrush covers. 3D print one on a swivel so that you don't have to hold it. Told Blue I'd bully you into getting it. Oh, you guys can try Armor Reforger DayZ 2 mod. DayZ 2 mod? Okay. Look at you, not just a pretty face. Yeah. So anyway, that's what eyebrows look like on models. They just look... Come on. Come on, there it is. It looks silly. So I just don't bother. Because he looks fucking badass without him. If you give him thick black fucking eyebrows, he's just gonna look weird. I think. My opinion. DayZ needs crossplay already. DayZ needs to not have servers that keep wiping. That's a big thing for me. When the DayZ servers wipe, it's just like... I think this model suffered from also a lack of having any of this Goblin Green back in the day. Because I ran out of Goblin Green at one point and tried to just water down Dark Angels Green until it looked like Goblin Green. And, well, it didn't work. I think you can actually see that here still. It's on my palette still. I just put Goblin Green on top of it, but you can actually see where I tried to make, years ago I tried to make that colour, and how off of it was. Completely wrong.
New residential Origin internet customers only. Offer valid for sign-ups by March 31, 2025. Eligibility criteria and T's and C's apply.
Okay, let's give this a base coat. Yeah, you can see that's exactly the colour I was trying to do, and it was just completely fucking wrong. I'm special. You do. I can see it in your eyes. A lot of the new models have much better terrain capability, like just actual really nice base. What's the word I'm looking for here? Just like old Flock used to be, but different. I'm genuinely surprised I actually finished this model. I never thought I'd finish this. Not that I finished it yet, but I tried to paint this model. I remember when I bought him in the packet, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna paint this, and I got it home, and it was way more detailed than I expected, and I was like, I can't do this, because it was just like the axe is what got me. I couldn't do the axe. I just didn't know what colors to do the axe, and even now, I mean, those of you who are here for the stream, I was like, I still don't know what colors to do the axe, and I was so miffed until I went to the Warhammer shop the other day, and he had the fucking Warhammer just sitting there on the back of the bench. I'm like, that's the color I've been looking for. And he's just like, you're welcome. It's like, thank you, Warhammer. But up until then, I was just completely getting a bit, I don't know what color to do this. I even went out and asked my wife, like, what color does she think I should do it? She's like, oh, do it bone white. I was like, oh yeah, that's a good idea. And then I mulled over it for a bit, and I'm like, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it bone white. Not because it would look bad, I just didn't think it would suit the character. Yanara? It looks like Exorcist vomit. Yeah, you'll end up with minis that just look like you were doing impressions of the Rock's eyebrow raise. Yeah. I think I learned very early on just to not bother with eyebrows. But I appreciate you being here, Blank Germ. It's so nice that you still come and check on me. I really like that. And I hope that you're living your best life, my dude. Do you still play any games, or have you given in the console? So a lot of the guys who used to play have just stopped playing. Every now and then I see Black Dog Priest log in, but like Nips is not playing anymore. I think Rawshank's not playing anymore. Ghost isn't playing anymore. Not you, Ghost, the other Ghost. Fucking what's his name? Something Rash Pocket. Rash Pocket's not playing anymore. It's like everyone's still playing. I don't mind crossplay with PlayStation and Xbox. PC needs to stay out. Yeah, that's true. I think that's really fair, because hitting up against PCs is rough, especially like on War Thunder. The good thing is once you hit base them, I mean it needs another coat, but once you hit the base on it, it sort of really finalizes the model a bit. So let's move him over here so he doesn't get any more touchy touches. It is looking really smooth though, isn't it? It's looking, compared to where he was. I'm going to take a photo. Those of you who want to see what that looked like when we started, I've got photos up on my Discord. I'll take a photo at the end of the night tonight, and we'll get that compared to how it looked a couple of days ago. And that it just looks so much different. I'm just going to hit some black up through these in here just to get that nice base going for the next colours. Nothing too intricate. Need to bring that water back. Even though it's reasonably cool in here tonight, it's still drying out super fast. Water, fucking water. I like the idea of an all Xbox I actually played in the Xbox today. It's been the first time I've actually played the game in months. Oh, cool. What'd you play? It looked bumpy and rough. It looked shithouse because I've been chicking around the back of a shed for a while. Pills is here. One I made earlier feature. I like the idea of an all Xbox team going up against PlayStation team on any game. I agree with that. I think that'd be sick. PS versus Xbox would be fucking sick. Just bring back the old fucking battles. My problem is, honestly, I don't think there is a game in the last 2 to 3 years that I've gotten excited about. Very valid. Very fair, very valid point. There've been redos of games that I've gotten excited about. It's been like, I'm so looking forward to this re-release of a game that I played years ago. But no original content really is there. So, one of the things I swore I'd do with coming back to Warhammer? Warhammer. Oh my god. Warhammer painting was every time I painted a model, I would go one step further than the previous model with detail. And just paying more attention to the intricacies of the model. And I think that the backpack is where that will show itself on this model. Because on previous models, I've really just done the bare minimum with the backpack, and I feel like that's been letting the paint job down a bit. And I think that spending just a little bit extra time on making it look better will benefit the whole paint job, because it's going to look much more complete and much more deliberate than just sort of like a, oh, you know, that looks alright, we'll just roll with that. Oh yeah, jumped on the Outriders. Okay. I'm hopeful for the new Battlefield 6 and GTA 6. GTA 6 looks like it's going to be fantastic. But I mean, they've had how many years to make it look good, so it'd want to be good. Outriders? You say Outriders? Battlefield 6. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I just wanted to see 1942 with today's graphics. Battlefield 1942 on PC was an amazingly good game for its time. Amazingly good game. Anyone who played Battlefield 1942 in like the early 2003, 2004s, actually I think it was even earlier than that. I think it was 2002. It was unbelievably good. It was so big. It was so it was just a good war game, you know. And they it's super ahead of its time. And the The music for the game was amazing. The servers were huge, but there just wasn't enough people online back then, you know, and it just didn't stay alive for long, and they just kept going with other games. But anyone who remembers Battlefield 1942, just that dun 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 back in the old brass horns and shit, just fucking epic game. That's a game that I would fucking love to see redone in just really big servers, and just even if they didn't do the graphics up, just relaunched it and it's like, here, this is the game we started with, what do you guys think? And just today's kids would just be like, what is this? Because you'd have the game was so good. Battlefield 1942, you had warships out on the coast. When you take like boats into the coast to get onto the actual ground that you controlled, you had submarines, you had patrol boats, you had warships, you had planes, you had fighters, you had bombers, you had tanks, you had everything this is in 2002, and the gameplay was great, you know. You could call in artillery, and it wasn't like it wasn't dumb artillery, it was good artillery. Like you get someone on an artillery piece, and you just click on the map and it would literally bombard where you clicked. It wouldn't be just like random shelling, it would just fuck up that spot. And it was good because artillery is reasonably like that. It's not so just, you know, random guessing. People who are proficient at artillery will be able to tell you. It's a little bit of guessing and a lot of fucking knowing what you're doing. Getting into a video game where it's obvious that that's been put forward to them was just really nice. I'm also over games with seasons and 76 expansions. Just give me a full game, you pricks. I think designers are starting to realise that in certain communities, like you know, Activision isn't, but a lot of your smaller game designers are starting to go, people aren't sticking around for all these DLC, and we're not making all the money we used to make because people just don't want to do that anymore. I want to remaster 1943. I don't remember 1943. Now you just spawn vehicles on you, and there's no need for FOBs. Dumb. That's the thing. Like you'd start on the destroyer, and you'd have to be like, you'd have to jump on a little boat, and you could either just jump on the boat and drive it off by yourself, and then leave everyone, or you could wait for everyone to load up and take like a landing craft in and land the landing craft, and you go straight under fire from all the people on the like if you played one of them I remember was Midway, and it was, you could have the Japanese fleet and the American fleet, and it was just massive, man. It was so fucking good. And yeah, just nostalgia, massive nostalgia. But they should bring that back. Anyone remember the Medal of Honor games, Rising Sun? As a kid, I didn't realize it was all about Paleu. I don't know how to pronounce that. And Okinawa. Now I know the history. I'm so glad I waited outside the game store to buy that one game. I remember the original Medal of Honor, and me and my best mate used to play that on repeat over and over and over again. And you know, I used to watch him play all the higher up missions where you'd have to be trying to get like stealth awards and shit like that, like the submarine map. I was watching him play that fucking for ages, man, absolutely ages. So there's so many games like that. You just watch your mates play, like Metal Gear Solid, the original. Remember watching one of my mates, again, the same guy who had I said it before, Resident Evil 2. He played Metal Gear Solid from the start to finish with us watching it, and it was just awesome. We used to just give him running commentary. It was just how we used to be. I think it's what spawned this Twitch generation, you know. Mum rented a Medal of Honor game for us one night from Video Easy. Fuck yeah. The undercover bar level is always in my mind. What Medal of Honor was that though? Was that Medal of Honor original? I don't think there was any undercover missions in the first one. I know there was one where you couldn't like shoot anyone, and I was just like, ugh. That's also something I think we've lost. My friends and I would replay Halo 2 missions every week, month after month. No line or anything. Just happy with the game's missions. That is where I feel like Space Marine 2 really stands out. It really is just a smash things and fuck shit up and have fun with your friends game because it's fun. It doesn't linger around playtime. It doesn't linger around completing special objectives or personal stats too much. It is really just, here's the mission. The missions change every time you play through them. Like the bosses spawn in different spots, the enemies spawn in different spots. Shit does different shit to you every time, and then you run the missions and you just fuck shit up. It doesn't benefit you at the end of the day. It's just fun. And like me and Blue played the other day, and I was just like, hey man, let's just play some Space Marine. And it's like, okay. We jumped on and played Space Marine, and we just talked shit while we just fucked shit up, and it was great. And that's what gaming used to be like. Just get on there with your mates and just play it for the sake of playing it, not because you had an objective, like you wanted to grind for a special weapon, because you can't grind special weapons. You get them all and you slowly level them up when you play, and once they're leveled up, they just destroy shit, and that's when it's fun, and then you just keep playing because you just love destroying shit. That's what gaming's about, and I feel like it just became about, DLC and shit. No, kids these days don't know what it's about. No, my brother Simon's a perfect example of, the TikTok brain. They just don't have the capacity to sit down and just enjoy a game. They want new, they want now, they want content, and it's just, you follow that, you're driving yourself into a very dark hole. Gotten Cat into Gauntlet Dark Legacy. She didn't like the look of Halo. I think Halo's sort of fallen victim to that as well. I think we're going to go for the gun, just on a completely different subject. I mean, this would be easier to do and finish, but it's me and I'm stupid. At the same time, it's like, I'm gonna have to glue this to the guy because it's so small. Holding it and painting it's gonna be pretty impossible. I grew up playing SOCOM, US Navy SEALs, and PS2. Yes, that desert mission. There's one of the desert missions in that where there's like a sniper or something, and I remember pausing that thing for like 8 hours. I still remember the music in the background of that. I spent fucking ages, and I remember I had one person left. The rest of my team was downed, and I was sitting there leopard crawling across these fucking sand dunes, and I finally nailed this motherfucker, and I was like, yes! But I played that game so much. That was a fucking cool game. Imagine them putting up with loading times. Oh my god. But I played on Nintendo a lot, so a lot of loading times didn't exist. But yeah, when you put the CD in, just to fucking, loading the game. Mission accomplished, or leaving the console on overnight because there was no save. Yeah, that's a big one, isn't it? None of these fucking Insta plays and shit like that. Just, yeah, suck shit. Alright, let's do some dry brushing, shall we? Oh yeah. Could you imagine Simon trying to do that stuff? I mean, I love my brother. It's not his fault. It's just a product of the generation, Just attention spans are so much shorter than they used to be. They just can't. I've literally been talking to him, and he's just like, change the subject while I'm talking to him. I'm like, can't. What the fuck, man? I've done so much dry brushing from Iron Warriors. I don't really take it slow with the dry brushing, I just get it done. Done. said, no fucking around with dry brushing. Not turning off the PS2 so I didn't lose my Metal Gear Solid 3 save. You guys remember that character in Metal Gear Solid that you had to change the memory card slot on? And shit like that? It used to read your memory card and tell you about like what games you'd played and shit. What was that guy's name? I can't remember his name. But he was a beast. I'm talking about the days of games on cassettes. Oh, I remember going to a friend's house after school and game on their ZX Spectrum took so long to load that I had to go home for dinner. Oh, I remember Frogger? Is it Frogger or what's the one where you got to jump on icebergs? And that was on Atari. We had to wait so long I thought the console was broken. Mantis, yeah, that's the one. Local Mantis or something Mantis? Psycho Mantis. Yes, there it is. I've got it. Psycho Mantis. I also remember having like 5 memory cards for different games. Yes, you had to, didn't you? I used to have the little clear ones. Clear plastics were like the best. Psycho Mantis. Yeah. Alright. Let's do... Well, I guess I decided to paint the backpack, didn't I? Minga! I heard the word Minga then. Something on the Minga. Something on the Minga. Is that an Aussie word, Minga? I don't know if that's an Aussie word or not. I don't think it is. My stepbrother tried stealing my PS2 memory card. Oh, sacrilege. I do want a PS2 Slim. If anyone knows where I can get one, PS2 Slim. I want to, I've got some games I want to rejuvenate. Some memories I want to rekindle. Mainly just Soul Reaver, Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver. That is getting a redo. It's being redone. It is in process. I think it actually is almost about released. Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver. If you haven't played it, get it. It is an absolutely insane video game. The story is phenomenal, and they're releasing 1, 2, and 3. If you want a fucking epic story, get that. Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver. 1, 2, and 3. It's just a journey through time and space, and it's just fucking great. It's such a good story and really well. What's the word when you're voice acting? I can't remember. Just really well delivered by a voice actor named Michael Bell, and he's just super good at what he did, and hopefully they use his voice still. Surely 8 megabyte is enough space. They were wrong. When all of these games came out, I was living on a farm, not on the electricity grid, so I was probably doing Batman jigsaw puzzles. I remember stealing my sister's whiteout so I could name each memory card. Oh, that's funny. I was lucky that the age gap between myself and my brother was enough that he had his own console, and by the time I got my own console, he'd already left. So it was like no one really messed with my shit. Problem was after I left for military, I specifically said, do not get rid of my consoles or any of my electrical stuff, but get rid of all my other toys and things, which I regret. And that just got taken as get rid of all my shit. So luckily my dad saved some of my stuff, but I lost a lot of really valuable stuff. All my original Nintendo 64 games were just taken to Vinny's, which the guy behind the counter at Vinny's probably just jizzed his pants when he saw. So yeah, disappointed. I don't know what's going on with this paint tonight, but it is not laying down very well. It's better. I just wasn't painting one before. Just let it go. Just leave me alone. Just leave me alone. Shoots and ladders for me whilst you guys were playing Metal Gear. I had a sticky note sticker on my card that was scratched off, but most of my games are still on it. Sick. I've still got... I had to rebuy a lot of my Nintendo 64 games, but one that survived was my Doom. My Doom 64. I think I've got it sitting in the background. Just behind here. It was, I pulled it out of the box and played it once, and I was too... what's the word? I was too much of a teenager to admit that the game scared the pants off of me, but I was too chicken shit to fucking play it again. So I just put it back in the box and just hid it in my room so that I didn't get any questions about it by many of my friends when they came over. Because the sounds in that game terrified me. And the fact that it came out on a Nintendo is sort of like, what was Nintendo thinking backing that up? So, luckily, I did that because it was one of the only games that survived. Which is just there. Terrifying. Terrifying game. I never got past the first level because I couldn't nut up enough, you know? And because it was nothing like... I thought it was going to be like Doom, but on the Nintendo 64, but it wasn't. It was just like Doom 64. It was completely redone. The maps were different. Everything was in different spots, and I was like... I thought I'd go in and like madballer it, but I was just fucking shit house. I didn't know where anything was. And I failed miserably, and it was just scary. But it was... Looking back on it, you're like, well, that's what you wanted, you know, from a game like that. You wanted to be scared. But back then I wanted a, you know, hack and slash game. I didn't want to fucking be terrified. And it gave me fucking nightmares. Like, the original one, I remember having nightmares about being chased around my primary school by those little fucking, those pinky fucking monsters. That was terrifying. I still remember that so clearly. There were two of them chasing around the school. And they eventually caught me because I gave up because I was running for so long. And I actually remember them biting onto the top of my head and feeling my blood come down my face. And, like, it was super graphic. I'm like, what a fucking nightmare. Never playing Doom again. I'm really slaughtering this fucking backpack. I liked NFL Blitz on the 64. NFL Blitz. I think I do have some of the games like that on back here because I bought it like someone got rid of all their stuff, so they, you know, sold everything together, and some of the games in there I was like, brother, ooh. But I didn't get rid of them because, you know, one of the games I rant about this game quite regularly actually. And that's Body Harvest. It was made by the guys who became Rockstar Games before they were Rockstar Games. And if you play the game, you know why, because it's basically Grand Theft Auto 3, but futuristic and on a completely different console and just different. Fucking good though. Glitchy game. Big story behind why it's so glitchy is Nintendo was holding them to their time constraints, even though the game needed way more time for development. And they were just like, nope, the game's got to release. So they were like, well, the game's still buggy as fuck. And they're like, we don't care, let's release it. So they were like, fuck you guys, and they wanted to separate from Nintendo. So they were like, nah, we're pulling our game. But Nintendo, being Nintendo, were like, nah, we've got you on a contract, so fuck you. So they went, oh, fuck you, and they tanked their what's it called, their publisher, which was Gremlin Games, and turned it into Rockstar, and went on from there to create Grand Theft Auto 3. The game that could have been, they just had to give it some time. So if you ever get a chance to play Body Harvest on Nintendo 64, I highly recommend it. Goliath Games! Hey buddy, good to see you. Good thing you didn't have today's graphics then. Why is that? Because I remember getting vertigo watching Resident Evil 2. How goes your week, Go-Go? I'm so bored, just ripping my mind up and taking my breath away. Wake me up before you go. Take me dancing tonight. Intricate. Just chilling, you good? I'm doing well, my friend. I'm doing really well. I have a washing basket full of Nintendo 64 guys. Sell them to me. I'm doing good. I'm just chilling out with my mates, playing some more Hammer. You know how it is. I'm just fucking up that one, which is really shit. I'm back to doing some work, which is good as well. It's good for my brain. Good for my back pocket as well, because being on compo is shithouse. How's your painting going, dude? This backpack's behaving funny. Just trying to put paint there. I want to do it, just wouldn't go on. So weird. And then it just magically dried. Forrester! Hey buddy! Slowly, lol. Hey man, slowly still like, I mean, 20 years slowly, or? Yeah. Have you seen the progress on this Space Marine Sergeant Go-Go? It's looking pretty slick. I'm not sure if you saw him the other day when we started him, but it's looking pretty nice. How are you, Forrester? It's good to see you. You lurking? Alright man, lurk away buddy. Thanks for being here. There's a Payday 2 trophy called Fish AI. You get it by throwing a loot bag into the water. It's a burn on Call of Duty Ghosts because Call of Duty Devs were talking up their Fish AI when Nintendo 64 games already had Fish AI. Yeah, they did. Back in Legend of Zelda. You can go fishing in Legend of Zelda and they were always different. Always. Whoa, whoa. Let's put down for the rest of this one. Yeah. When you think you're the best, you end up making a dick of yourself at some point. And generally speaking, there's always someone who's done it before you. I don't hate you. This is really ugly. Keeps lifting the paint off, which is really fucking infuriating. Doctors! Have a good day at work. Forrest is off. Okay, I just wanted to stop in and say hi. I gotta head back to work. Take care, buddy. Thank you for being here. Big love. Doing good, man. Have a quick squizzy at the progress on this monster. I'm not sure where you saw to last time you were here, but pretty much done. Pretty much done. Not completely done. Yeah, the water's down a bit more. If I can do this properly, I should be able to get this to jump the queue a bit painting wise, which is never a good idea. Something's not right with this brush. I think it's the brush or the paint. It's just not laying down properly. Gonna be lurking in and out at work. No, you're right, Daz. Thanks, man. I just appreciate you being here, bro. For whom the bell tolls. Well, it's probably the most detail I've ever put into a backpack so far. So we'll see if we can't get that a bit nicer. It's very blobby at the moment because of whatever the fuck was going on with that blue. It just like, you'd water it down and it would just not lay down, and then you'd thicken it up and it would just paste on. It's been weird. It's been a bit weird.
You can enjoy an award-winning personal loan with zero establishment fee when you apply for a Latitude personal loan by the 6th of March 2025. Latitude loans can be used for all kinds of things, like a new car, your dream holiday, a much-needed renovation, or simplifying debt. With weekly, fortnightly, or monthly repayment options available. Apply online in under 7 minutes, and if approved, we'll waive the loan establishment fee. That's a saving of $395. Establishment fee waived until 6 March 2025. T's and C's apply.
Oh wow, full 2 weeks.
Songs of all time, all in one definitive playlist. Featuring Red Hot Chili Peppers, Green Day, Linkin Park, The Ramones, and many more. Listen to the 100 Greatest Rock Songs playlist now on Spotify. Oh, let's go. If only we could fly.
New biscuits there. Definitely gonna have to go back over this with a white, like a blue wash, just to sort of clean up a couple of blobby spots. You seen how old fucking Fred Durst is lately? Ooh. Blobby? Bobby! Blobby! What the fuck are you talking about, dude? Blobby! Oh, blobby. The paint's looking really fucking blobby tonight. I'm just like struggling to fucking lay it down properly. I'm overstepping my mark with this paint. It's drying out too fast and I'm just pushing it, which I shouldn't be doing, but I'm just like, you know what, I just want to get this glue down. I want to look at that boat way down there. That looks good. Leave it there. Put my paintbrush on. Imagine if somebody did an SM chapter in colours. Oh, in like clown colours. I'm pretty sure there was a guy who was most likely some way mentally handicapped. Bailed me up at the shop the other day trying to get some paint. He was like, "Oh yeah, what are you painting?" I'm like, "Space Marines." He goes, "I've got an idea for Space Marines." I'm like, "Okay." And he started talking about Space Marine chapter of anything, and I was like, "Okay, a Hello Kitty chapter, but that'd be if you painted that world, that'd be sick." And he's talking about this chapter, and he was like, "Oh, you know, they take on recruits from anywhere." I'm like, "So like anyone." And I'm like, "So they take Chaos?" And he goes, No, they don't take Chaos. And I was like, "Oh, okay." He goes, "They can't take Heretics." I'm like, "Alright, well, they're Space Marines, right?" And he goes, "Yeah." I'm like, "But Space Marines consider any alien to be a heretic." And he goes, "No, but they'll take, for instance, Tau. They'll let Tau in." I'm like, "Oh, okay, but what about Eldar?" "Yeah, they'll take Eldar." I'm like, "But they won't take Chaos." He's like, "No." I'm like, "Okay." I said, "What colours would they be?" And he goes, "Oh, they'll be any colours." I'm like, "Alright, man. That sounds like an interesting concept." And I left it at that. So our backpack's looking at now after just a little bit more detail. It's actually a lot easier than I thought that was going to be. I thought that was going to be a lot harder. What I think I'm going to do for this is actually glue this back on. I just can't remember the position I had it in. Ooh. The thing that puzzles me is that this guy is supposed to have like a melter, and he doesn't have a melter. He's got this fucking bolt gun, which I don't know where that's supposed to be. You know, you can normally find like the spot that you glued it on. If it's there. Which, not too bad. It'd be a lot easier to paint it. Just there like that. So. Laugh my ass off. The conversation reminds me of this scene. Don't you fucking rickroll me.
Rokeby, set, go.
I just got 2 ads, really?
The new Eau de Parfum.
I'm gonna start my own company.
It was just like this.
Nah, I'm not, I don't really have any, money or...
You heard of this thing, the 8-minute abs?
Yeah, sure, 8-minute abs, yeah, the exercise video.
Yeah, well this is gonna blow that right out of the water. Listen to this. 7-minute abs.
Right, yes. Okay, alright, I see where you're going.
Ben Stiller is playing the part of me.
There's the 8-minute abs sitting there. There's 7-minute abs right beside it. Which one are you gonna pick, man?
I would go for the 7. Yeah, I'd go for
Bingo, man, bingo. 7.
I'd love to watch that all because I love that movie. I'm gonna save that for later. Yes. Fucking great scene from a movie. Also, I'd like to give a props to the camera for not failing me tonight. Just round of applause for the camera for deciding to not time out. His face, The face he makes. Yeah, it's like... I was trying not to because I know that this guy had some form of mental disability because he had a carer with him. Yeah, claps for the camera. Woo! Well done, camera. You're a winner. Because his carer was sitting on the steps just to the right of me. And I turned and looked at him at one point. He was just on his phone, just completely ignoring the situation. I'm like, this guy's bailed me up. And I was like, anyway, I've got to go. And he just kept talking. I was like, anyway, I've got it. And he just kept talking. I'm like, I'm never going to get away. Oh, fuck. I don't want to be rude. But I turned to look at this guy and I almost be like, can you just wake up, mate? Because this guy's starting to be really clingy. And he wasn't making much sense. And I was starting to get a bit... Time to let me go now, buddy. Yeah, backpacks. In the dead zone. Oh, I forgot to put that spot in there. That's annoying. Poop. This little spot in here I forgot. Might just quickly smash that out with some Chaos Black. I'm not gonna make it. I push my fingers until my eyes. It's the only thing that stops the edge. But it's made of all the things I have to take. Jesus will never win the push his way inside. If the pain goes on, I'm not gonna make it. Oh my god. Alright. I'm going to leave it there for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We still have some really super fine details to do. I'm just going to zoom this in, see if we can actually make it. I don't think it can. It's struggling. Can you do it? It's trying. There we go. Thank you, man. So on the back of his neck here, I've got to do some dry brushing through here for these little hoses. I want to get some colours on the back here, and I want to do these two hoses here. I want to dry brush this. Same for the front. I want to do some dry brushing through here to get that really standing out. I want to do these black and then add like a nice grey stripe to it. Get some colour up in here. I really want this face to just absolutely pop. So it's going to be some stuff I'm doing off stream most likely. The backpack really is just simply popping there, so focus. Yeah. So yeah, just drop out of that, drop out of this, and do these one of them. Alright, gents, thank you very much for joining me. I may finish this off stream, I may not. I may get the gun on his arm, his head all sorted, the backpack on, and then just need to do the last little touches. But I am going to be back on stream tomorrow because I'm not going to be streaming Friday. So we'll just go tonight and tomorrow night, so Wednesday, Thursday. That'll be our 3 for the week. And then on the weekend we're going camping, so I'm not going to be here. If I do finish that model, we will start our Lieutenant Titus, so or Lieutenant Titus, sorry, and get him underway in these lovely colours that we have been doing. Thank you, Ricky Tiki Tave. It's nice to have you here too, man. I appreciate you. Phoenix Shroud, big love to you too, and all your support with all the subs and just being here and being awesome. How to Be God as well. Suf25, Blank Germ coming through as well. Good to see Hippo again. Davo back again as well, which is really sweet. And I'm sure I'm missing other people. Daz, sorry, not Davo. Daz Forrester as well coming through. Gogo coming through. Earlier we had some Rexy, not Rexy. I did it again. Foster's as well. So if I've forgotten anyone, it's not because I don't appreciate you. It's because my memory is fucking shit. So I appreciate you guys. Yeah. Peace out, Girl Scout. Absolutely. Take care, guys. Be good to each other. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. And good luck on all your grinds, whatever you're grinding. And yeah, remember, never above you, never below you, always beside you. Take care. Bye-bye.